rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
70, hot 70.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The Browns hit 3 and 7 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, look at this Baltimore defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First carry here for the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Benedict. Wide open receiver complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Chapter 60, chapter 60. Cup 19, Cup 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Sheds off the tackle. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Stop. Ready.
They'll look to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
60 back there. 60 back.
They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy 80. Cowboy
Now they'll
80.
change things up.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
70. Dragon 60.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
76, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 42. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
Panther 60, Panther 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete to DK. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
70 Lions. Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Second and 5 from the 8.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Another run for Gibbs here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
26-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 17. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Benedict. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Buffalo 18, 2, 18, 5, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Operating from the gun, Benedict. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. 22 yards there. A first down.
Seven Pirates. 60 Bearcats, 60 Bearcats. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. And he is goes into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And now an audible here into something else.
70 range, 70 range. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
19, 18, Rattler, 18, Buffalo, 18.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Throwing to start the drive. Benedict. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Trey McBride from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning the perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18, 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, rush the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down on his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Panther 60, Panther 60, Mustang 19. Ready,
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Taken in at the 11.
The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing to start the drive. Benedict. He'll find his man on a comeback route. Complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Dragon 6, Viking 18, Warriors, Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Shot 60, shot 60. 7 top 18, 5 Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Benedict. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line. And